Springhill Brook flows through Mansfield Township in northern Burlington County.
It does run through the county park, Crystal Lake Park, and it has endangered freshwater mussels, so that's why it has its C1 status, which is a non-degradation status, and it should be protected to the highest capacity. I don't think a lot of people realize how important that is to keep those freshwater mussels intact and safe.
A local watershed group monitors the stream, checking on invertebrates and other indicators of health. In addition to housing developments, the township has seen a boom in the number of warehouses being built.
The township that surrounds our watershed just approved 8 warehouses. All of them are on the old stormwater regulations, which we know have been defunct for over a decade at this point. We tried to get the township to go to the new regulations, but with that, now we're just kind of waiting for all this impervious surface to be put in, and then we have to wait and see what happens.
The group believes roadway applications have had a negative impact on water quality in the streams.
My thoughts are, and I could be wrong, that a lot more of the melting compounds that are used to keep the roads open in snow events are getting established in the sediments in the sides of the streams and in the wetlands, and we can see that as a problem for a smaller stream like Springhill Brook.
One project will be built in an environmentally sensitive area. The new warehouse will be visible from Crystal Lake Park.
It's one of the last aquifer recharge areas that are open between Trenton and Camden. There's not a lot of open space left between there. It's one of the largest contiguous forests and open spaces between those 2 points.
Further to the south, Crafts Creek flows into Liberty Lake. The longtime owner of the outdoor camp for children says the water quality in the lake began to degrade 20 years ago.
Most of the retention basins that were built upstream around the developments, the McMansion developments, that had been underbuilt. And what was happening is that they were overflowing and forming tributaries, bringing goose poop into my lake.
Andy Pritikin says more developments, such as a turnpike expansion project, along with new warehouses, have made matters worse.
The warehouses did everything that they were told to do, everything that they should do. But it's a lot of impervious surface. There's just no way around it. Fast forward to now, it's gotten so bad now that the warehouses have gone up around us too with all their impervious surface, that the Department of Health has told me, rightly so, that after a heavy rain, I have to shut my lake down to recreational bathing for a couple days, because it's just, I don't even have to test it. We know that it's just the fecal coliforms getting in there. And it's a real bummer, needless to say. And I'm just going to have to build more pools or whatever, or honestly move Liberty Lake somewhere that's not in such a built-up area anymore.
The township adopted a ban on new warehouse construction last year.
Mansfield now exceeds more impervious surface than preserved farmland, which Mansfield was famous for how much farmland we had preserved. We preserved more than most townships in all of South Jersey, but now unfortunately the impervious surface trumps that. So.
The president of the Watershed Association says more community awareness is needed to help protect the 2 waterways.
I think for my generation, we'll be here longer, so we need to make sure that we know to preserve it for us, for the future, and for our future kids, and to know that they have a place to live when they grow up.
And then, what ends up happening is that I've got kids who need to get outside and get off of their screens and go to camp. And there's not going to be a place for them to go because somebody wants to pull out their wallet and order a couple of things and have it come tomorrow.